I would like to show you version 3 of the Therefore MFP application on a Canon Image Runner Advanced device. Just to mention two of the advantages of these devices: they have a bigger screen and they support more colors. To account for this, we have redesigned the user interface of our application too. What you can see here now is the main screen with all the applications available, the native applications and also our Therefore application. So if you click on that, you will see the login screen. In the new version, version 3, you can also skip this login screen by configuring a default account in the Solution Designer. This is in particular very useful if you have any temporary staff and they are not doing the indexing but just the scanning, for example, also into a predefined category, and you don't want them to authorize all the time. Then you can configure a default account in the Solution Designer. But let's use it for now. So you could log in, and then you see the scan screen. This is very similar to what we had already before. So here you can choose from different settings. We have added a few more options for the file format. You can set default settings or default scan settings in the Solution Designer. For example, you could configure them on per device basis, or you could configure them system-wide for all devices you have. You could say, okay, for this device, color option is by default black and white, resolution is 300 dpi, and so on, and that's fully configurable in the Solution Designer. If we scan something, again, as in the old versions, you can navigate through the pages you have scanned. You can also delete pages you have scanned, or you could go to the next. The next panel you see is the category panel as before. Again, you can skip this panel by setting a default category in the Solution Designer. For example, if your temporary staff always scan into a predefined category and then someone else picks up the document, moves it to a different category and then does the indexing, you could configure the predefined category in the Solution Designer. So let's choose category Invoice Customer for now. This is the index panel. If you would have a large category which won't fit on one panel, then you would see two buttons here at the top, so you can switch between the two index pages, and otherwise you will just see one. Let's say it's one. You could fill in other info as well, and if I press next, then the document will be archived. This will take a minute, and then you will either see success message, or if there was something wrong, for example, if you have entered index data that is meant to be unique but it isn't unique, then you would see an error message here, and then you can choose between logging out and scanning more.